Welcome to England for the ICF Canoe Slalom World Championships at the Lee Valley Whitewater Course just outside London. It's finals time. This morning we had lots of shocks, lots of surprises, action, excitement. It's going to be guaranteed today. In the next couple of hours, we're going to start off with the C1 men's final, then going on to the C1 women's final, and the conclusion of the singles is going to be the K1 men's final. Stick around after that because we're going to see the team events. It is going to be dramatic stuff. We had all the fastest athletes in the world are now going to be in front of your eyes. I'm Matthew Layton. I have two guests who've been on the water recently, Robin Jeffrey and Ethan Hodgson from Australia. Hello.
Hello.
Hey Matt, nice to join you for the first time today.
Absolutely. Sorry to see you, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I'm pretty gutted with the result. It's been a good season, but just didn't quite work out today. But congrats to the guys who made it. It was great work by them.
But the insight we're going to get is going to be invaluable. The way we work is quite simply, we'll follow the screen, we'll keep you updated what's going on so you can see. We'll also let you know what's happening off the screen to give you an indication of why you should have perhaps been here. And if you can't, we'll let you know. Conditions of the weather today, what would you say they're good?
Absolutely perfect for England. And here we go, here's the start list. So Ryan Wesley and Adam Burgess kicking us off, two Brits. And then Martin Thomas, who's had a great recovery. He actually broke his wrist about a month ago, so it's amazing to see him here in the final.
Well, we've had a few disappointments with the Brits in the K1 then, but we'll cover that later. But to have all three C1 making through, it's quite remarkable. And we have the little sub-story of how this rack is going to go. It is part of their Olympic trial system for who's going to make it, and it's still pretty close. And we started off this morning, one of the first guys to go in the semi-finals was Martin, put down an impressive run.
An absolute flyer.
Yeah, it was. I was very impressed when I saw that. It's actually one of the better runs I've seen at a World Championship semi-final qualification. It was amazing. It was online, super smooth, and let's see if Wesley can pull something off like this.
Well, he's reached the big time. He trains with David Florence. He is British, so he knows the course inside out.
Yeah, and here he comes. He's taking the line around gate 3 so to avoid the touch. And listen to that crowd just absolutely cheering their lungs out. But here we go, back into the technical sections. He's going for the tight, direct move, running it fairly smoothly, but he needs to get back on that speed. He's doing a little bit too much turning at the top of the course here.
I'll tell you what, he's fit though. Very good start. He's putting a fair bit of effort in at the top, and I think he'll be able to carry it through all the way to the bottom. Super flat boat at the moment. He'll jump in nice and high into 11, and that's beautiful.
Yeah, looking to just run the boat across the top of the stopper, and he's done it beautifully. In and out climbs so he can get the boat running downstream through the next section. A little bit of caught through that stopper there, but he's back on track. So just trying to keep the boat light and dry through this section. He's trying to save as much energy as possible through this section, and it's looking good so far.
Well, he certainly has the crowd support. There's a couple of thousand on the left. There's only athletes in the middle, but look at this.
That was so tight. He's really cutting the lines now. He knows that the bottom of the half of the course is where you make and break your run.
Down in this all-important final section into the up 20. He wants to get in high and he wants to get out flat, smooth, and really run it across into the 21 so he can cut back into the 22. Let's see how he goes.
Nice setup. He's having to slide a little bit, but now here we go. Hear that crowd cheer him on all the way to the final.
Well, this is something to give them something to think about. What a cracking run for the first one off.
96.33. That's a great run. So in the semi-final, we saw a 93, a low 93 by Ben Savsek. So I think he's put himself in a really good position there.
Give them something to think about, certainly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think as we saw in the finals yesterday in the K1 women, the pressure can get to you, and we see here the replay, just that small mistake over the back of the stopper that he made, just a bit of time there.
Yeah, there were a few times where he just hesitated before exiting, and I found that this morning out of gate 20, it's such a crux move that you just want to make sure that you're on the right line. So perhaps he could have attacked a little bit more, and that's, I think, where Mardikin and Savsek saved their time this morning. They just went for it.
Well, I feel sorry for the coaching staff because they just had to do a 300-metre sprint of the Brits, because we had Ryan goes first, Adam Burgess is next up, and he is the reigning under-23 world champion.
Yeah, so Ryan is a righty paddler, and Adam lefty paddler. So he's better than Ryan in some regards there, but I'll leave that up to you, Heath. And you see the difference there. He goes for the spin. So as a lefty, you can go that quick spin option and then keep the boat running downstream through 5 and 6. And he's looking smooth. That's a really tight line in around gate 8, and he's up one and a bit seconds up. So the spin option looks good, but he's having to wait here, and you can just see him. He's sliding around the place.
So what, he's really putting the hard yards in, despite a couple of little mishaps at the top there, a bit of overturning, underturning, whatever you call it. He's continuing to move the boat. He's driven across flat here. That's not too bad. It's all right.
A little bit of slide, but yeah, not bad, not bad. And here we go. He's driving. He's going to stay a little bit further right than Ryan did. And he's kept it dry, but just the tail getting sucked under there, and that cost him a little bit of run into the up here, and you can see that reflected in the split. So 1.3 seconds down now. Here we go, the crux move, and he's nailed it. Absolutely flies through gate 18. Come on, Adam.
This is looking good. Let's see how he gets into the 20.
Look at this.
He's paddling out of
his skin.
Yeah, out of his skin.
Oh, no, he's under. But what a recovery, and he's back under. And I think that's a 50-second penalty. With the new rules, he can come back and complete the gate. But, heartbreak for Burgess on the run of his life. And that's so cruel. Robbed by that last stopper.
That'll give him a story. That will give him a story.
I'll tell you.
Okay, so here we go. So you can see here he's getting flipped and tries to get his head back up, but his head stays around the gate. So even with the old rules, he would have been able to come back. So I'm just absolutely heartbroken there for Adam, because that was an amazing run. He kept the boat moving and tracking the whole way down, and I think we would have seen a great finish. But here we go. Here's the man who I was talking about at the start, Martin Thomas. Broke his wrist just a month ago, and he's back. Absolutely dominated the quals, and then had a great semi to make it in 7th position.
Yeah, this is a huge step up for him in the senior ranks, up in the representing his country at the World Championships.
Yeah, first time he's made it into the senior team. So as a lefty, he's going for the spin option, and not too bad. Getting a little bit stuck on the tail, I think, and then again stuck in that little stopper at gate 6. So not flowing as much as he was in the final.
Still looks like he's up, 0.58 up on the split. That's not too bad. You can have these little micro mistakes, but he's kept the boat moving reasonably well.
Yeah, that semi-run, he actually went direct on gate 5. So interesting to see that he changed his tune, but very tight in and out of gate 11. But you can see his nose getting thrown up and down, and that's stopping the boat from running across that stopper. Looking like he's back on track though.
A little bit of tail down through there. He's picked up a 2-second penalty on 13, and a rather clean jump through that wave there. He's looking good. He's making up a little bit of ground through those clean jumps, but he's still down 1.31 now.
So we saw Adam was down by about the same margin on Ryan. Oh, another touch, and you can see the boat dancing around, and he's copped another touch and having to spin. So this is his run slipping away.
What would you put this down to? Stress?
Stress, definitely. He knows he's behind the 8 ball in that middle section, and so he was trying to run it as fine and as fast as he could, but he just let it go, and that in the end resulted in 2 touches on gate 17 and 18.
Well, what's interesting so far is we've seen very young, not inexperienced competitors. Maybe the gods of the sport might come and eliminate the stress factor.
Yeah, I mean, I think those 3 guys, they've done a lot of racing at high level, even in their junior ranks, so they're ready for this. But you can see perhaps the extra stress of the World Championships and Olympic qualification getting to them a little bit.
Next decade, Franz Anton, who's putting together quite a collection of medals this weekend.
Already got a gold medal in the C2.
And a medal in the teams as well.
Yep. He's not doing too badly at all. He was very chipper at the hotel last night. We're staying in the same hotel as the Germans at the moment.
Some would say it'd be greedy if he won today.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd have said that.
But here he goes. The brains of the C2.
The brains of the C2.
Just kidding, Jan Benzine. A little private joke there. Anyway, back into it. Running it very smoothly. As a rider, he will be going direct, and he does. Very smooth, so keeps it running in across there nicely. And very soft edges. It's so important not to dig the tail in.
This is going to be a good split.
Yeah, I think so.
Very good.
Wow, 1.94 up. So he is absolutely flying. You can see those soft edges paying dividends as he works his way beautifully down the course.
Now remember, there's still a long way to go in the course. He's looking really good, but is it going to pay off on the bottom? Very nice entry into the 12 and surfing across now. A little bit late here.
Trips on his paddle, he's over. He is over. And he's taking a long time to come back up.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have it on the bottom, especially with this recirc. That's cost him a lot of time.
But what happened there? It looks an easy section.
Yeah, no, he slipped off the back of the wave. Like, you really have to climb across and get your boat, your hips past the middle of the wave, and he didn't get there, and so he knew he was in trouble, threw the boat around, and that resulted in him capsizing. But anyway, he's still fighting on. He's an absolute trooper, and he nails gate 18, so he's going absolutely hell for leather at the bottom of the course here.
Okay, let's see if he gets a nice high jump into the 20. He's running around, that's not too bad.
Not too bad, but he will be absolutely knackered from that earlier mistake. And again, he's having to get on the back. Great evasion of the poles there.
Well, the public are loving the show. If it wasn't for, he'd have an amazing time.
Oh, again, I'm so shocked. Both Adam and Franz, probably some of the most best balanced paddlers we have on the circuit, and to see them roll like that is a real surprise. You can see the look of shock and surprise on the face of the boys on camera there.
Wow, what a start and what entertainment. Alexander Slavkovsky, who's struggling in the Slovakia qualification system.
Yeah, just watching there, I didn't think Franz was going to be able to get back up there. We saw one swimmer in the women's C1 earlier this morning.
Watch out, he's staying at the same hotel.
Nothing against him, but here we go.
There's a subplot here, isn't there? There's qualification for the Slovakia teams at stake.
One of the biggest subplots going around. Michael Mardikin has been leading their charge for so many years, gone to 5 Olympics in a row, but this man, Alexander Slavkovsky, wants to take that position away from him.
So does Benish, by the way.
So does Benish, and Benish is leading at the moment, but here we go. Slavkovsky has a chance to get himself back in this race. He's burying those edges a little bit too much and getting a little bit wet at the top of this course. I think we'll see him. No, he's up as well, so 1.3 up.
Yeah, he's
wrestling at the moment.
He's looking good. Let's see if he can hold it. He's 1.3 up. Is it that important that he's that far ahead this early? Let's see if he can pull it off on this cross. Really nice into the 12 again. Now he's going to climb over the back of the stopper here and get to the other side. Super smooth. That's nice.
Great control there. You saw the difference between him and Franz there. He just made that little bit more room and was able to keep the boat driving all the way through that section.
Yeah, he's happy. I'd say he's pretty happy with his run so
well
far.
up, he's 2 seconds up.
Here we go. So here's the crux move of the whole race, I think. If he gets through here clean, which he does, he's absolutely flying now. I reckon he's built on his advantage over Wesley.
Now he's got to get into this up very high and push out strong. Here we go. He's pushing out. It's good. Got to keep the boat flat.
And he's not quite sure in 2 minds there. He saw him whether he should go onto the sweep or stay on the crossbar. And he was late, and that's cost him more time at the finish. But I think he will. No, he's got a touch. It's put him outside Wesley by 1 second.
I was going to say that was very close in his back of his buoyancy vest there.
Last 2 gates, it all fell to pieces.
We've seen it so many times this weekend. These last 2 gates are so cruel.
Yeah, he looks pretty disappointed in that. He knows that Mardikin and Banush is still to come. And here's the touch here.
Oh.
Wow. But to be fair, the 77 athletes start out, and the vast majority will go home upset.
Yeah. And he's done a great job there, and that's also great judging to see a touch that fine. So kudos.
Well, the reason why there was a little bit of noise is in the stands just next to us to our right. 100 very enthusiastic Slovakia competitors, and now it is Mate Beneš who's thrilled us all season.
Yeah, he has been the form boat of the season, cleaning up in most of the races and dominating the earlier parts. Here we go. He's just such a long, rangy paddler. The longest reach and stroke on the circuit, I think.
Yeah.
It's almost unfair. The places that he can get his paddle to is incredible. And you can see it just working to his advantage here. He's just effortlessly moving his way down the course. Let's check out this split. I think he'll be up 1.67 up. So great.
He's looking very good. If you're a young paddler, you definitely want to be watching someone like Beneš. He's in form, very good, a very, very clean technique to watch, super smooth.
Yeah, keeps that paddle vertical almost 90% of the time, I'd say. And that allows him to just keep the pressure on the blade and drive it all the way to the finish. So using that stopper to turn the boat, keep it light, drives away. Maybe a little bit more sideways there, Ethan, what do you think?
Yeah, he was just a little bit off, but he knows when to work hard. He's got the energy to pull at the right time. Even when he is offline, he does come back on, and he's 0.92 up.
So he's lost a little bit of time on Wesley. But he rolls through, gets a little bit caught.
Nice. That's not too bad.
No, you take that. You
Yeah.
take that. Here we go. So last up right, up left, sorry. And he's touched it. He's touched it, and he's having to avoid it. And that's going to cost him time as well as energy. And he's stuck in the stopper. This is not good for Beneš's Olympic dreams.
Yeah, that just slightly put him off in the exit here, and he's sprinting towards the finish line. Let's see if he finishes above Wesley.
He's got one of the fastest sprints in the field as well. So but he's 2.29 down, ranked third at the moment.
The pressure seems to be getting to these paddlers, not exceeding the time that was set in the semi-finals yet.
Wesley can't believe he's still leading, I think. But he had a really good, solid first run, and that's what we're seeing. It's hard to do that in the final with all this pressure and all this noise. Beneš that's so out of character for this whole season. You can see him climbing too far and getting stuck in the stopper after that.
Well, 4 athletes to go. Ryan Wesley for Great Britain is leading with 96.33. Slavkovsky followed by Beneš. David Florence has all the pressure and expectation of the world on his shoulders now.
Yeah, you can see the British flag flying behind him there. And I think he's looking to make up a little bit for some of the mistakes from, yesterday in the C2 and also from the Olympics. And you can see him really driving. That's such an attacking line to go under gate 3 there, especially as a righty. That's great work.
Now this guy, he's fit. He can handle the bottom section of the course.
Oh, and he's caught a big edge there. And he's having to duck inside. Oh, did he get inside without a touch? Either way, he's lost a lot of time having a wide line around into gate 7.
We've said that all week, haven't we? It's either a stopper or a wave, depending on your luck.
He's still in front. He's still... That's ridiculous. The power of this guy is incredible.
It's all about putting it in at the right moments, and he can recover. He's an absolute machine. He'll have strength at the bottom of the course.
You don't think he spent a little bit too much getting back on track there?
I've seen this guy fight it back from worse before, and I think he can get it.
All right, you've got faith. I'm not sure.
Look at the grimace on his face
He
already.
always has that, don't worry.
Yeah, he's always driving that boat. He is an absolute machine.
He's going to be up on this split.
Well, nearly a second up. There's thousands of people running after him, pushing him along.
Needs to control the nose here, and he's done it really well. Getting a little bit caught, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pulls it through on his crossbow. Amazing pressure on the crossbow there.
His technique defies anything you learn as a kid. He is unconventional.
Yeah, throws it round.
Brute power.
The crucial last move.
And he's done it beautifully. Just held that contact on the inside pole, and now
96 to go for. He's going to take the lead.
Listen to that crowd. They're going wild. 94.32, 2 seconds ahead. Great work, David Florence.
Well, there's a bit of relief coming out.
The mental toughness of David Florence is unrivaled.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I thought he was gone after that big mistake at the top, but he just he went up a gear after that mistake, didn't he?
Looks like he just turned on, after the mistake at the top. We're about to get maybe a replay. No.
But actually, I was talking to Beneš before, and he was saying that if neither Martican or Slavkovsky are in the medals, he has the spot, I think, for the game. So as the subplot continues.
So it's the best out of 4, isn't it? This may be a bit of a surprise, but although he was the poster boy for Deep Creek, Casey Eichfield has been on a bit of a storm in the last couple of months.
Yeah, he's had a great run, and he wanted me to say hello to his fiancée Sarah and to his parents. So he's an absolute charger, Casey. Great guy to talk to, and he's looking to dominate this field. So he's had a few finals experience. He knows what to do. I've got a good feeling about Casey today, actually.
Yeah, he was in fine form in the semi-final qualification, which is reflected by his starting position at the moment. And let's have a look at that split. 1.7 up.
There's no pressure on him, is there? There's no pressure really.
No pressure. They've got their spots already for the Olympics, so he's all he can do here is gain.
And have fun.
Yeah,
like
have
he's doing
fun.
both.
And a little bit caught, but great recovery.
Wow.
Look at that edge control. That was great, Casey.
Yeah,
Some of the best paddling I've seen him do.
He's looking very good, in form. I hope he's got enough at the bottom. I'm watching this, and he's doing a lot of hard pulls all the way through to this split here. He's up a long way.
He's up
An awful long way.
Yeah.
2.28 seconds up, but the crowd's gone quiet. No hometown advantage here, but he's having a duck inside. I think he got his head in,
Yeah,
but that was
in.
very close. Didn't lose too much time, but that will have eaten into his advantage and maybe into his mental capacity.
I'm a bit worried about this. He's picked up a touch, I think, on 20 up.
Very slight touch. But
And he's over the front of the boat.
Well, he's fighting for a medal still. Silver medal at the moment with 97. He's going to easily do that.
Yeah, he's looking good.
That's a very solid run. And even with a spin in that middle section, he's into 3rd place. He's kicking himself, but Casey, that was a great recovery.
Wow, the spin, and if he didn't have the touch, he would only be 0.2 behind.
Yeah, would have definitely been in 2nd position.
Yeah, wow.
That's amazing evasion. And just the mindset to be able to get back on and finish that run off. Massive respect.
Yeah.
Massive respect.
I was going to say he's come a long way.
Yeah.
Well,
RESTCP.
Two athletes to go. David Florence has a medal. That's where he's happy.
Absolutely stoked.
Michael Martican. We won't go on too much, but he is a legend of the sport.
Absolute legend. 2-time gold Olympic medalist and looking to go to his 6th games. Can he keep his dream alive? So he jumps in and he's touched gate 3. I thought he was looking very tight down on top of it, and he cops the penalty.
Let's see if he can match the mental toughness of David Florence and come back from an early mistake in gate 3.
Yeah, but he's gone direct. The only lefty to go direct in this final on gate 5. He's sliding a little bit, but he's 0.37 down with a touch. What a machine. Martican is flying.
Now this is where Dave got all his time just through this, from the gate 11 all the way to the finish. He seemed to just keep on gaining and gaining time. So this will be a tell on this next split when we get to it.
Martican, he chases that out of gate 12. That was the tightest line we've seen out of gate 12, and he pulls it off. This man can recover from unrecoverable positions, it seems.
Let's see where he is on the split. Significantly, the 2nd down.
2nd down, but that's okay. That's okay. I think the bottom of this course is suited more to a lefty, and he pulls himself through there. But he's got another touch. Gate 16, we didn't see it. Must have been
going to be very
microscopic. So, and he's very tight.
Oh.
I think that's a 50, but I'm not sure. But it's cost him again. He's had to go out tight, and he's slow. And they've given him a 50, gate 20. So his Olympic dream is hanging on by a thread.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is big.
No one would have predicted that, I don't think.
I'm certain there's going to be an asterisk against that shortly.
But even if it comes off, is he quick enough? He was 52. He'd go into 3rd place. He'd go into 4th place.
Yeah, so
Doesn't affect it. So the way I see it is the point system for the Slovakians is Benish has 12 points so far. Mardikan 6, Kafowski have 4. If you win, you have 7 points. 7, 6, 3rd, 5, 4 to 10, 3 points. Work it out if you can. One more to go. It's Benny Savchek. We know 2 Brits have medals.
yeah, that's amazing. What a day for Great Britain. Oh, Well, we don't have the best camera angle there, but like I called it in the race, I think that's a 50.
Yeah, that just looked like it slipped by the chin.
Yeah.
Well, last year we had 3 Frenchies on the podium. This year we have 2 Brits. And it's Benji Savsek who is as quick as they come.
Dives into gate 3. Was there a touch? I think that was just water that moved the pole there, but we'll have to wait for the judge's call.
No, he should be going for the spin here, I think. And yeah, he's gone for the spin, unlike Mardikin that went direct on that move. We have found it's not very much slower than the direct move, though.
No, because it does keep your boat speed going downstream through gate 7, which is a big advantage in...
Look at that, he's half a second up.
Wow. Yeah, so he's got a little bit of time to play with here. But as a lefty, he gets pushed into this wall here, and it's hard to get a stroke in. So that's why he's a little bit low into gate 11. But that's okay. He just needs to keep the boat running here. And Ben is an absolute master at keeping it running. So stays on the front, getting a little bit caught here. And he's struggling. He's sliding around the place.
Well, he was second last year. Can he go one better?
Looks like the nerves are getting a little bit to the better of him. He's really heavy over the front of the boat. He's been pushed around a little bit. He's just down in the split now. He's lost his half a second advantage, and he's now down 0.91.
His bronze medal is 2.22 seconds back.
That was amazing. So good. I thought he was too wide on gate 18 there, but he just kept it running and kept it smooth.
If he keeps it together here, I think he's in for a medal chance.
I confirm Michael Martin is appealing.
So here we go. That was an absolute ripper of an exit. Benny now can just sprint his way to the finish line. Needs to get on his bike though.
96.54.
Wow.
Is the one to go for.
Second position, 0.04 of a second. That's ridiculously tight. But he's absolutely stoked. Well done, Benny.
And that's what the crowd wanted.
2 years in a row, he's got a silver medal.
Yeah, that's not half bad.
Not half bad, that's great. Dave Florence, tip of the cap.
Well
son.
Ethan, we'll let you go. I know you have commitments now. Thanks so much for coming in.
Cheers, thanks for having me.
All right, Rob, you're not allowed to go.
I'll be sticking around, no commitment issues here.
Look, there
Dave absolutely stoked, and Wesley, that's his first senior medal as well in a world champs at his home course. He must be absolutely thrilled.
They both are, look at that.
So what a final. We saw so much drama with Franz Anton and Adam Burgess having capsizes on the way down, but here we go. To the victors go the spoils.
And Casey Arfield, as you say, he's done the run of his life.
Yeah, and he's just super solid. And what a recovery it was by Casey to stay in there, even though he had that spin and a touch on the last up left. As we're just joined here by Mike Dawson. How's it going, Mike?
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. Beautiful day and a lot of atmosphere out there. Dave Florence just pipping Benny for the World Championship title. Crazy racing. Very cool.
Thanks for coming in. I know you had a dream run in the heats, and then you've been on the water a while ago. It didn't quite work out as you'd wished.
Yeah, no, the qualies was pretty good, and the semis was all right, but I just fell off the bubble about halfway down and had to rescue it, and found the whole rest of the run was just kind of rescue.
Just, I think we've got almost clarification. Just confirm. Do you know whether you have the 15th qualification spot?
Yeah, I heard that we have both Australia and New Zealand. We both got spot. I think I'm 13th, 14th, something like that.
I think Hungary missed out by 900ths of a second, so congratulations for that.
I didn't realise it was that close. Wow.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to have it when I got to the bottom, so it just shows the difficulty of this course. You know, a lot of people are having a lot of problems out there, but let's talk about our champion, Dave. Absolutely killed it.
Yeah, you can see the contrast in styles. But we're just getting ready now for the C1. Oh no, here we go. Here's the final results. Dave Florence, 94.32. And he absolutely beasted it out after that early mistake at the top.
So let's just confirm, as I say, you just mentioned Dave Florence takes the gold, Benji Savsek silver, Ryan Wesley bronze, 2 medals for Great Britain, USA have a 4th, and they also have a big chance in the K1.
Yeah, you know, Michael Schmolen's, he's right up there in the K1. He had a good qualification and another solid semi-final. I think he's in 7th place, and he's talking to him before the run, and he looks in good spirits. I think he's going to be a tough one to beat out there.
Yeah, he's got a good style for London. He keeps the boat super dry and super light over these tricky stoppers. So, yeah, it'll be exciting to watch that men's K1 final.
Just look over from the commentary box, we can see the celebrations going on of the C1. Also the C1 women getting ready for their final, and the K1 men starting to prepare. So
yeah, contrasting emotions, isn't it? You've got the elation of the winners and then the apprehension of the C1 women about to start their finals.
I know before the semi-final I was trying to avoid the bottom of the course because there's a big TV screen there, and you've got these people come down, they're so happy or so sad. So I was just kind of sneaking around them towards the conveyor belt.
I guess that's the nature of the game you sign up to, but the most important thing is you all have fun.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad way to pass your life.
Not bad at all. We, as Kiwis and Australians, we get an endless summer, so we're constantly chasing that sun and having fun with our mates on the water. It's awesome.
It's basically the dream tour of Canoe Slalom.
It is here, and we have a couple of unfamiliar names and some well-established characters. The quality in C1 women, as everyone would say, is increasing year for year. We started off with 38 athletes, went down to 20, now we're down to the top 10. Kira Kube from Germany has been thrown in the deep end. Let's see if she can handle the excitement.
Sorry, mate.
There's something to be said about the women's C1 field. They're definitely stepping up every year, and as they develop more, they're getting better and better out there. And those top 5 girls that are going to be the last 5 to start today, really solid athletes and really good contenders, and know this course well.
It was a bit of a strategical semi-final run, I thought. Like, a lot of those top girls is taking the safe options, going for the spins, because, as we said, this course is super physical, and at the bottom of the run, I think we'll still see a few girls going for the gate 21 as a spin option, as a high spin, but we'll see if the medals will be decided by going direct or spin there.
I thought we saw Ali Burrows the first to go, and then after that the other athletes said that's not a bad idea. Be interesting to see when you have Jess Fox last to go and she needs to do something, what will she do? We'll see in about half an hour's time. But at 17 years old, you've only ever done 2 world ranking events. You've never done a World Cup, and you're in a World Championships final. It's Kira Kube from Germany.
Amazing result. I was blown away to see her in the final there. So, yeah, great work by the young German girl.
See some Slovak supporters on the screen. They're going to be happy later on today, I'm sure, with their C1.
Did you see their massive their fan bus?
Yes.
They always come organised. There's a whole troop of them. There's about, when you look at about 9 o'clock in the morning or half an hour before racing, they troop down together in their wonderful colours. Kira Kube is the first to go. Arguably no pressure externally on her. All she can do is have fun. Exactly the same course as the men. It's going to be different styles, however, different leverage and different powers.
Yeah, it's hard out there. The course is really difficult. I'm sure that a lot of the C1 women found it difficult this morning, but we don't know how they're going to go in the final, and obviously Kira has had a good semi-final run.
So going for the spin option as a lefty paddler. That's good work. She's got to get her nose tracking downstream though. She does that, but she just leans into that stopper there and gets held up again. That's not a bad start at all. She just ducks under gate 7 and pushes her way into gate 8. Holds relatively close, but she's actually got a touch. We missed that on the video there. It looked like she was tight, but she apparently got a touch.
Just making light work of the top of the course, moving into the crux section, these double upstreams, gate 11 to 12. Really tricky to get high and light on the wave when you cross over. This low entry there's going to help her a lot with that.
Yeah, but even though she went a little bit low, she still ducked it in around, so she didn't carry as much speed as perhaps she could have. But here she goes, she climbs up, gets the hips across, but she's caught. She's caught. Big edge there, and it's going to be a struggle to get into gate 13 from where she is. She just sneaks in, but she's going to have to turn and look where she, for the next gate 14. So it's all about just that damage limitation on this course. It's such a brutal course that you just always have to keep your mind focused on the next gate, next job.
Yeah, it's a course that the gates are set in really difficult places, so there's always something coming at you. So when you have a mistake, it's quite hard to recover from it and keep going into the next section.
And of course there's the exhaustion that comes into play after a minute and a half of action.
Yeah. So we haven't seen Kira's switch like many of the girls do yet, so she's stayed on that left side. I think the course today does actually favour the lefties a little bit. But she's looking good, and she's caught again. She's leaning on that edge. Just need to keep the paddle in the water and use the stopper feature, Mr. Bean, to flick herself round. But she's just drifted wide, and she's going to have to turn around in the eddy, sprint back up. This is where I'd switch. I think it's really key at the bottom of the course to switch and get the boat moving, because now she's going to struggle to get to gate 22 and keep the boat moving all the way to the finish. So just a few strategic errors there creeping in for the young German.
Big round of applause, and she'll certainly remember this day for a long time.
Yeah, great learning experience. So well done. So
Next up, we've got Mallory Franklin for a local girl. Oh, she's already started. She's already in gate 3. She should know this course extremely well, and a regular medal winner in the World Cups.
This year slightly different. As I say, she had injuries, she had a back and all sorts of injuries. Didn't go to the last 2 World Cups because she was concentrating on gym work to get herself into action. But she's the vice champion for the last 2 years.
And she picked up a gold at Liptovsky this year at one of the World Cup races. And she's up on the split, 3.46 seconds up. Great work.
Hugely, 3.5 seconds in the first 8 gates. So she's making a good start to this run if she can keep growing it.
So yeah, just edging in. It's quite hard to jump into gate 11 because you get jammed up against that wall there, particularly if you're a lefty paddler, which Mallory is. She climbs up, switches hands for the cross. You can see her really getting that nose pointed downstream for the cross there, and she's going for the spin. So I think that's a good strategic option there by Mallory.
Well, she's tall, hasn't she? She's got good levers, and she's always said she likes to paddle like the men.
Yeah, she is. She's long arms. You see her making good strokes, keeping the boat moving as she pushes it down, using the power of the water rather than the power of arm. And 14 seconds up at the halfway split. It's huge. You can hear the crowd starting to get excited as they're sensing another
but she's
British
just
medal.
drifted past. She's drifted past, and now her advantage is vanishing before her eyes. She's going to have to go back in the eddy, punts off the wall. Come on, crowd, get behind her. She needs as much help as she can.
Well, she certainly knows what the recovery moves are, but it doesn't make it any easier.
And the arms are going to be burning after that recircle. I can tell you it's hard to paddle up there. Moving into the last couple of gates where we saw Kira getting unstuck earlier.
Yeah, and she's gone deep into the stopper there, getting held a little bit as well, and she's going for the direct. She's absolutely nailed that, used the edge perfectly.
Well, clearly she's going to take the lead, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Well done, though, recovery.
Yeah, great recovery, and even sneaking into that last gate, she's 21.8 seconds up, so great recovery. But I'm sure she'll be...
You're looking at the stats.
Yeah, we got Jess Fox's semi-final run at a 1:16.45 and that 1:30.98. I think it's not going to be enough for a medal, but it should put her in the mix. Maybe around the middle of the final.
Yeah, I'd say so. Probably looking about a 5th or 6th, but you never know in these finals. Pressure cooker situation.
Ellie Gibson to go for Scotland and Great Britain. Next up, we all remember the emotion she showed on the podium last year. She made her first final in her first World Cup. Let's see what she can do today.
I was surprised Mallory stayed on the left out of gate 16. It's a much easier move going through that stopper on 17, 18 on the right. So again, the strategy and the decision making is so key here. But here we go. Hayley already on course. She's looks like she's clean on the top section.
Moving into the first big drop. Coming in nicely behind that gate, carrying the speed of her boat. And on top of the water, just see how she keeps the boat dry and keeps it moving. It's really vital at the top to save energy.
Just that edge forcing her to slide off the back of it just a little bit more than she would have hoped, but here she goes. She's going for that spin move.
So you see a lot of the C1 women paddlers actually switch sides as they come down the course. So they go from lefty to righty just to help it, make it more balanced and make it easier to get those combinations.
The timing of those switches is so crucial. If you do it at the wrong time, it can really cost you.
But she's up, look at that.
Yep.
0.05, mate, it's a close race. We saw Mallory had a lot of trouble through this section.
No trouble for Ailey, that's great, but she cops a touch. Sorry, commentator's curse, but it looked a lot smoother with her staying on the right, and now she's back on the left for this last move. So up left, good strategic move there, but she's dropping a little bit low. Just needs to keep the boat moving.
Well, the crowd are getting behind her.
Oh, but she's sliding off, she's hitting the wave at Mr. Bean. You never know what that stopper's going to do, but luckily it's just surfed her into the eddy, and she's not too bad at all.
She's left 5 seconds there. 1:30 is the next best time, so she's going to go into the lead. She might have some regrets.
So 1:24.72.
6.26 seconds up for the young Scottish paddler.
like we said all day, it really is what happens after gate 20.
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. And, you know, you've got to be so disciplined in gate 20 to climb up out of that upstream to the top of the eddy. When that's the last thing you want to do, you just want to turn and go to the finish. But you see all the athletes that try and go straight to 21 have so much trouble.
Well, 19-year-old, no, she's a bit younger than this. It's Canoe, and she's 18 years old from Spain.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of her paddling so far this year. So great result to make the final already.
Grade 2 semis, and in Ho she came 10th. 5th in the under-23s.
She had a 1:33 in her first run, so she'll be looking to do the same again, I'm sure.
Yep, going for the spin option. Needs to get that nose down. She does it nicely, just ducks in, but cops a touch on gate 6. So maybe lacking a little bit of the forward speed that we saw from, say, Mallory or Ailey. Here we go. So the split, she's 2.39 seconds down, but that's including that touch. So raw speed, she's on pace.
So you're just getting caught on the left bollards. It's going to make the entry difficult into gate 11. And nice, out nice. She's looking good, smooth. What do you reckon, Robbie?
Just tapping a little bit. She's taking her blade out a little bit too much. I'd prefer to see her keeping that blade in. And now she's falling off, and she's having to use the stopper to make it across to gate 13. But great recovery and great switch. That was amazing state of mind to just keep that run going beautifully there.
Yeah, it's a tricky section, the exit there. Again, the same as the bottom. You've got to climb up and use the stopper to get you to the other side of the river. We've seen a lot of athletes come unstuck there.
Really smooth in around gate 16. She's going for the spin option, and she's caught outside gate 17, and now is having to duck into 18 without much speed, and that makes it really tricky. So she picked up a touch on gate 17 and 18, and I think that's going to cost her definitely the leading position at this time.
So she's aiming for a 124 to go into the lead, 124.72.
She's sliding off again, so these stopper moves are just being a little bit harsh on the young Spaniard.
Well, not going to go fast, but second place is 130, so she can certainly target that.
I think she's going to slip in just behind 130. Or right on second place. She's going to be happy with that.
Well, it's 4 athletes gone. 2 Australians to go.
Paddling for Basque team. The young Spaniard. Spanish team are a pretty good bunch, actually. A lot of laughs, a lot of fun. They're staying in the same hotel as us. Always a lot of noise.
Here we go. Here's Ali Burrows. It's her first final of the year, and she's absolutely stoked. Had her birthday earlier this week, so hopefully she gets a nice little birthday present, but she hits gate 3. Just brushes it with the side of her buoyancy vest, so needs to get back on track now. We saw some great strategic moves by her in the semi-final, but we need to see that drive, that same drive and same focus in this final. So far, looking a little bit slidey.
Well, so often she is disappointed at the end of a run, but to make the final is very impressive.
Yeah, but she's 4.5 seconds down, so need to see her driving. Don't let the nerves take over you, Ali.
We saw a lot of the other girls having trouble down the bottom parts of the course, so if Ali just keeps cruising along like this, she should be all right. Nice into gate 11.
Yeah, very nice. So needs to keep that paddle in the water, but she's leaning outside the boat, and that's drawing her down into the bottom of gate 12. So again, having to work her way up. This will give her good speed on the exit though, so it should help her on this cross, but she's caught again and going for the spin and having to wait, and this time is just ticking away for Ali here, so needs to pick up that gear and get aggressive.
She's just coming into that middle section. Starting to get the power on the blade. The arms are going to be hurting.
She's
Get into a touch there. You know, the bell just jumped up and hit the bottom of the gate.
So effectively 13 seconds down after that split. But a great run. She absolutely nailed that in her semi as well. So Ali has got gate 17 and 18, which has given so many people trouble. She's got it dialed in. Here we go. Low again, unfortunately. She's just leaning on those edges. Got to keep that core strength so tight and so strong at the bottom of the run, but she's almost pulled right in the bottom of the stopper. She's going for the early spin, and I think that's a good move, Ali.
Fighting towards the finish. She's not going to be in the first place, but she might be in the top 3. Where are we for
Not
third
at the
place?
moment, no.
1:30.98.
Just outside, so 4th position. She made up a little bit of time, as we saw from that middle split, but just too much time given away at the top of the run.
But the experience of a World Championship final will certainly be quite pleasant, I guess.
You must be happy to see 2 Australians in the top 10 here.
Absolutely stoked. Yeah, it was
Anna
great.
Satilla, an experienced 19, 20-year-old now.
Yeah, it's amazing that you can say an experienced 19 or 20-year-old, but she burst onto the scene in the Olympics in 2012 with just a 16-year-old, I believe.
Yes, that's right. 19 now.
And she had a great race yesterday in the individual K1, just finishing just outside the final, I think.
Yeah.
And today she's in the final for the C1, so doing really well, and she'll be getting ready for the Rio Games next year. Oh, just a touch.
Yeah.
Clip the edge of her paddle on again, just these small touches, adding 2 seconds on every time.
You can see her just getting ready to switch and in the process of switching in gate 8, and that just means that you don't have your paddle in the water and you don't have her control, and she's overturned and she's having to slide around, which is just eroding into that speed again, and she's not able to put a stroke in as she's coming down into gate 11. You can see her ending up a little bit low.
Oh, and another touch, just little touches, a paddle jacket, life jacket, boat. Still add 2 seconds to your time, and 2 seconds is a long time.
And she's sliding off, didn't get the speed out of the gate and going below gate 13. So she's going to have to sprint all the way up the top here. This is going to be a huge toll physically for the young Brazilian.
Interesting listening to the crowd because they reward effort.
Yeah.
If you tip or you have to go round again, you become a hero.
In fact, they love a bit of drama out there, don't they, the British?
Yeah. She wasn't hoping for Coronation Street though, Anna. She was hoping for a little bit more just straight through, just guns blazing, but she's copped a few touches and she's having to go around again. Gate 18.
Just a switch in the wrong moment and you see the water grabs him. The power of the water, I think there's 14 tons of water per second flowing down this course. So when you're in the wrong place, there's no winning. Just got to hang on.
Have to keep your paddle in the water. That's the aim of the game for me, is just keep your paddle in the water and then you can adapt from there.
It's starting to be interesting for Ellie Gibson from the UK because this is now 6 athletes have gone down.
I think she's going to be on the podium, but we have got the last 4, the best ones.
Yeah, they're quite big names.
So quick spin there by Anna, but another touch. So just compounding those mistakes, unfortunately.
I think she's going to be disappointed with this final, but it's awesome to see such a young athlete in there and giving it a good shot. Big smile, as per usual, from the Brazilians.
One of the most experienced athletes in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's got a lot of attention for Brazil in the lead up for the home Olympics, but here we go.
Katarina Hoskova has been a world champion before, so she knows what it feels like and won her maiden World Cup earlier in Prague today.
Definitely one of the crowd favourites. She's an awesome Czech paddler. Great person as well. She's out often helping out all the club kids, coaching them. So I bet you there's a lot of Czech people at home clapping from their computers and on TV.
Yeah, great work up the top there. Just got her nose tracking downstream and got the speed on the boat. Having to just hold her weight, try not to slide out too far in gate 8. But she's 0.46 down. That's fine. She's in touch.
And crucially, she puts all her eggs in one basket in the sense that she doesn't go for kayaking. So she can really specialise.
Yeah, she was previously a great kayak athlete, but when C1 Women started, she made the switch and committed totally to that. She's coached by Yuri Rohan, who has an Olympic medal himself from 1996, I think.
The dictionary of all knowledge, and I gather she spent last year in New Zealand a bit.
Yeah, and she's been down in New Zealand, so there's going to be a lot of Kiwi fans, I'm sure, watching this broadcast today as well. But anyway, back to the river as she comes through the middle section, and she's on form. I'd say she's going to move into the fastest split, or just thereabout, 0.7 behind. Oh no, a touch.
Yeah, so here we go. She can make that time back up. This is okay. She's staying on the right, and she
Super
nails
fast.
it. Absolutely nails it. So keeps it in the flow in that fast water. Just having in mind where she's going. Doesn't want to turn back too hard here. Great entry into the last up 20. Absolutely nails it. Climbs up. Get that nose down now, Katarina. She's going for direct.
She has plenty of time to play with as well. This looks like it's the winning run at the moment. 122, 124 is the one to go for. She's going to easily take the lead.
She has smoked it. 118.42, 6.3 seconds up.
What a run. What a run.
Jess Fox was 1:16.45 in her semi-final. So she has set an absolute benchmark there.
And the great thing about Katrina, when she rolled the boat and didn't do anything in Prague in the World Championships 2 years ago, she still had the same smile.
Yeah, she is. She's one that doesn't take it too seriously for sure, and always happy and always fired up to see other people do well. But mate, what a run. I'm so stoked for her right now.
Well, there's no guarantee of a medal because we have Woods, Villaruble and Fox to come. It's Kimberly Woods who's having an interesting weekend so far.
Oh, she's on form. She didn't get the result in the K1, but the time was there. Just unfortunate with a 50-second penalty.
Yeah, I mean, and her K1 semi as well, making it with 3 touches was almost unheard of. So she has the speed, and she has it in C1 as well. Absolutely flying. She won the qualifications by quite some distance, so great run, and you can see the boat speed that she has all the way in through this top section.
Well, 2.5 seconds up, look at that.
Yep. That's just reflected, but I think she just touched it.
It's on the side of the buoyancy aid. The course designers have done a great job at putting the gates just where you might touch them.
Yeah, so it hasn't come up yet, but I was pretty sure there was a touch there. Anyway,
Leave it to the judges. There's 3 judges on every gate, so they've got the best. Oh, there we go. Gate 8, 2 seconds penalty.
But she's keeping the speed on beautifully through gate 11 and 12, but she's caught just on the exit of gate 12. But that's allowed her to go for the direct move. First girl to go direct on gate 13, so great run there. Oh, and she's just needed to time her jump a little bit later there. She jumped and landed in the pit, so she had to re-accelerate after that.
1.3 seconds up with a 2-second penalty.
Another 2-second penalty, so that advantage has evaporated immediately. But she nails gate 18. So these last 3 girls have shown how gate 17, 18 is done.
Coming down the crucial last day.
There's 2 touches. They're going to be crucial in the end of the day. 4 seconds of penalty. It's so hard to make it up.
Oh, the roll. And she's going to have to use the stopper here. Is she going to go for a direct? She's in 3 mines, 4 mines, and she's not sure. She's trying to sprint her way across. It's going to be a challenge even to make it to gate 22.
And 2 seconds. That's fallen apart again, but she could get the medal.
Oh,
into second place.
It's been that kind of weekend for Kim. She's had the speed, but just penalties and little mistakes costing her the end prize.
I bet you Hoskova is sitting in the hot seat right now, very nervous.
But has a medal though. She guarantees herself a medal.
2 to go. Nuria and Jess.
Nuria Villaruble has broken through this year. She had a wonderful, I think she won at the under-23s, and then it's really coming to form.
Tell you what, she looks good on the water. She's very smooth, very talented, technical.
The edge control that she exhibits is some of the best in any form of C1, in men's or women's.
And she's had secret ambitions in K1 as well, so watch out.
Well, yeah, we saw that she won the under-23 Europeans in K1, so she's a talented paddler in both classes.
Yeah, looking super smooth at the top here. The crowd goes silent after their big effort for their own charger. But Nuria just getting a little bit caught there, but not too bad at all. Switching
I think
to the right.
the crowd are positive and negative at the moment. There's Brits in 2nd and 3rd place. But she's 1.41 seconds up.
Starting to grow her run, get nice lines, keep that boat moving, nice and flat. See how she's nice big strokes.
Yep. And she's on the left, switching to that left side into gate 11. And Nuria just keeps the blade in the water. She does what I was talking about earlier, keeps the blade in the water as much as possible, and that gives her great control. Along with her edge control, it's why she's so fast, but she's in trouble. She's sliding backwards, cops the touch, but that's a good save from where she was. I thought she might have even gone outside gate 13 there. She's back on track now, but she's got water on top of the deck, and that's not easy. So that water weighs so much.
3 nervous girls in the hot seat right now.
There's not much that you guys miss, is there?
But another touch on gate 16.
She's fighting for it now down the bottom of the course.
Just getting a little bit frantic, isn't she? So needs to hold it together. She's done such a good job at the top, but she's just given away some of that advantage, but she can make it back up on this last move. We've seen how much time has changed hands at the bottom of the course here. Looking good, looking fast at the exit. Is she going for the direct? No. Spin, but she's sliding.
What we need to lay out for is, first is 118, second is 124, third is 124.
I think we'll see a new 2nd place here from Nuria.
Yes.
So she's got herself a medal. So she's laughing it off. stoked with her second place medal.
Well, I wonder what's going through Katrin Hoskever's mind.
So
Well, she's waiting for Jess Fox, the reigning world champion.
This is what Jess likes, though, I guess.
Yeah, Jess seems like she loves the pressure. She was 4th yesterday, so I'm sure she's out there to do something special today.
Yeah, she really wanted to prove herself after yesterday. She was so frustrated because she knew that she just let a few little things get in her way. And yeah, talking to her last night and this morning, you could see that hunger in the look in her eyes.
And it's quite rare for them to go K1 before C1.
Yeah, it's a bit of a change up to the order this week, quite a different layout, but Jess has enjoyed the extra time, a little bit more rest, and she's looking fast at the top of the course, gets that nose tracking downstream, keeping it smooth. Was there a touch there? I'm not sure.
Looks clean at the moment.
But she's having to do a bit of turning in before gate 8, but does it really well, controls it.
Only 1.7 up. She's always up. Only 1.7 this time.
Well, we saw Hoskova have a really good top section as well, so 1.7 on the top means that Jess is on form right now.
Staying on the right there in order to jump in, that was a really nice move. And Jess, along with Nuria, just keeping that blade in the water, but Jess switches in such precarious places, but she has the boat control and the balance in order to pull it off, and she's going for the spin. So I'm surprised. I thought she, in the position that she was in, I thought she could have gone for the direct there. Anyway,
Be interesting to see the second split.
I think she would have lost a little bit of that advantage because she was in such a good spot, but then just let that time disappear.
5 seconds, 4.5 seconds up.
This is more like business as normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just clinical in the C1 these days. Absolutely clinical. Again, absolutely nails it. That edge control, just keeping it up and dry. And now it's just patience. Let's get a good exit out of here. This is the key. She's done all the hard work.
Coming down in front of us now. It's hers to lose.
Stays on top. She's going direct. Great work. Good patience. Ooh. She has nailed it.
118. How much is going to be win by? She's going to win just by how much?
Yeah. I think 115, 114. What a run by Jess Fox. 113.51.
That's incredible. Great work. Almost 5 seconds in the lead.
Huge. That's huge. That's a huge win there.
She is one of the greats of our sport now at such a young age, and going to be around for so long now. So, but congratulations
hard
to
on
Katarina.
Kimberly Woods, very hard on Kimberly Woods.
Yeah.
See Hoskova just giving her a bit of condolences there. What a run by Jess. I mean, if you look at the times in the C1 final and the K1 today, that's...
Is Ali going for a swim?
Jump in. Jump, Ali, jump.
Go on, the Brits would swim.
Oh, soft.
Two-time world champion Jess Fox, back-to-back. Deep Creek last year in the United States and then now in London.
What about you? You're forgetting 2013?
Did she win the C1?
By 13 seconds.
Okay, so there we go. 3-time world champion. Short-term memory.
Good work, Ali. So Ali, her first final as well. She's stoked, and she's one of Jess's best friends. So, and you can just see Jess looking so clinical, so professional on her way down this course. Just the stroke timing and the precision that she throws down out here is incredible.
Well, if you have to say anything, say it now because we're going to let you go.
Looking forward to the teams and yeah, go Jess.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Mike, you're staying here.
Oh, we see Jess Fox there getting interviewed right now.
Look out for this chap interview. Fraser Smalley, he's 16 years old. He's been on the microphone all week.
Just saying how happy she is to win her 3rd world title in C1. What a day for Jess Fox. 4th yesterday and then to come back today and take the gold medal. But now we're on for the Formula 1 of Canoe Slalom. We've got the men's kayak final. The boys are warming up. It's going to be a good one. There's a lot of great athletes sitting in there. Very exciting stuff.
Wow, that was exciting. Fiona Penny, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Look, there you go. There's a Fox and Fox.
The two legends. Where's Mum? Miriam.
But we didn't hear her.
See a good crowd turning out here in Lee Valley today, cheering on their local heroes. And then we're seeing an Australian come in and take the title.
Well, she's born over here. No, she wasn't, of course, rubbish. She's born in Marseille.
Yep.
But
She's half British.
father's born over here. And right,
Dad Richard was a legend of British canoeing for many, many years. Now the coach, a coach in Australia.
Well, let's see. Confirmed. Jessica Fox takes gold for Australia. Katerina Hoskova takes the silver for Czech Republic. And Nura Villaruble takes the bronze for Spain. And in the individual events, the Czechs are not doing too badly. Katerina Hoskova won the gold medal yesterday. Let's see what's going to happen today in the next event, which is going to be the reason we brought in Fiona Penny, because it's the K1. We thought we might lose Fiona Penny because we had a deal last night when we were organising this Facebooking. She said if Joe Clark wins, she has to go and jump in the water. Unfortunately, plans don't always get well executed.
Yeah, unfortunately the semi-final didn't go to plan for him, and yeah, I'll be staying dry this afternoon then.
Well, there's David Fox just walking by and taking in all the applause of everyone, really.
Yeah, it's great for Britain to get those 2 medals in the C1 men. Just what we needed.
Yeah, great run by Dave, holding it together the whole way down, and young Ryan as well.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew Ryan was capable. It's good to see.
Well, let's look at this lineup for the K1 men's final. 107 athletes started off. Michael Dawson led the ball with the quickest qualification time. And these are the 10 athletes that made it through from the 40 this morning. We have Olympic champion Momenti, Olympic champion Grimm, double world champion who we got Kauser. We have Priskovich, who's as fast as he gets, and some Polacek can't be counted out.
We've got a lot of contenders there. It's basically anyone's day, and it's a tricky course, and they're going to be pushing it hard. We saw the 2 Czech boys throw down in the first run.
And then we saw Vavra, who realised he had a problem in the first couple of gates and then just put on a show. Coming down, he was amazing moves on some of the actual gates, just to say, well, it wasn't my day.
Got Seb Combo, Frenchman.
Another world champion.
Another world champion. He won the Worlds in 2007 as a young buck. And last year he was on the podium as well in Deep Creek in America, and he's going to be throwing down today, I'm sure.
And he could have well had some good bets in Po a month ago because he was in his jeans and on his bicycle. He's actually organising the event and wasn't competing.
He's a super dynamic paddler. Just attacks the course, really nippy, and goes for all the tight lines.
Very slight build.
He must have had a slight touch there in gate 5. He'll be definitely taking the lines a little bit tighter in the semi-final. He did quite a solid run, just made sure of it. This run he'll be definitely pushing the lines a bit more.
Yeah, that touch on gate 5, I didn't see it. It must have been a super small touch.
As must that touch he's got on 7.
Nice clean line between 11 and 12. He's going for it. He's got nothing to lose, starting in 10th place. Oh, another touch there, just getting away from him. He's a great paddler to watch, you know. He's so dynamic. The boat just bounces through the water, takes advantage of the poles like this, in and out.
He's just getting held up in the oval section there, holding on tight to get inside 18.
Well, it's not what he wants, is it? The fastest time was 89.28. He's going to be nowhere near that.
We saw as well, Kauser did 88, but had a 2-second penalty, so there's definitely people capable of throwing down 88, and I think that's what we're going to see with a final this stack.
Well, he's given it his all.
Penalty. Yeah, he's going to the finish, all right.
No.
Yeah, he'll know that, you know, big mistakes will happen in the final, so keep pushing to the end.
And last year, as we saw, it was the clean sweep by the Frenchies, and he took the silver medal. Boris Nevu came 11th in the semi-final, so goes home disappointed.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Boris. He's such a strong competitor and super consistent. Had a great season. I think he won 3 out of his 4 races, so always someone to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, it was a big surprise. to see him out of this final.
And these guys will be getting geared up for their Olympic selection, which is going to be one of the toughest on the circuit. But back to the top now. Who have we got up next?
Maciej from Poland.
Well, this guy is on form this season. He's an exciting paddler to watch. He definitely doesn't leave anything on the water. And here you see him go, just attack, attack, attack.
Well, he's one of the guys who puts one of the Polaceks out the team.
Yeah, and this is his third final from the season. 2 finals in the World Cup, I think, from memory, and then in the World. So super consistent this year. And that was fast.
He really cut the line fine in gate 5 there. We saw Precipic in the semi-final take that, probably one of the tightest lines that I'd seen in the semi-final, and they've probably seen that video and decided that they want to try and mimic that too.
He's going to come into gate 11. You've seen a lot of the guys go for the sweep there, just falling off the pole a little bit, but still keeping the boat moving. Whoa, mate. Throws it down and it's all over.
Sorts of problems.
Action in the middle of the course.
An amazing save to come back from that. He's actually very lucky that he didn't hurt himself there.
That's more freestyle than slalom.
It's good to see, but I'm sure it's not what he wants to be doing. And if anyone's fit enough to hammer it to the bottom after something like that, it's these Polish lads.
Well, look at that, he's only, well, I suppose it's relative because Sebastian took a lot of penalties, but he's just 1 second off. Second to go of 10 athletes, and everything's going wrong.
Still pushing hard though.
It just highlights how tricky this course is. The water's so strong, we all know that, but then when the gates get put in positions like they are today, it just makes it tough work. 50-second penalty. Is he going to go back? Yeah, he is. Give him a clap.
Oh, he's going to do well here.
I mean, he's an exciting paddler to watch, and he's one that we're going to see just keep on building and keep getting better. So look out for him next year.
Well, comes over. A lot of the athletes have their internal competitions that count for bonus points or actually count for qualifications for their internal positions for the Olympics. That's why they're all, I guess that's why they're all, apart from national pride, they're all pushing to the end.
Yeah, there's so many different ways that they choose their boats that will be competing in Rio, only one per country, so a lot of countries have their selection here, a lot of countries have it later. I think Britain has it in a few weeks.
Yeah, we got our selection in 5 weeks' time, so it's going to be tight racing.
And so for the C1 men, the fact that Dave won, does that change anything?
It actually doesn't because of Ryan coming in third, so actually they have equal bonus points from this race. The only thing is that if it comes to the tie break, David will have it because he's...
Matej Polacek is making number 3 look very dramatic.
You see the judge in the background give him more clear. That's good to see because it was a confidence thing to go for the getting under that pole there. See a lot of guys paddling around that gate, and I'd say it's about a second faster, but we'll see on the split.
Siwo is going to be significantly out.
4.3 seconds faster.
One of 4 paddling brothers and 2 paddling sisters, and a family steeped in tradition who've made his boat.
4th place in the Olympic Games here in London, so he does know how to... Oh, fast. No. Just a small touch on the exit there. Still 2 seconds. He's going for it. It's what we like to see is fast dynamic paddling, edge of your seat kind of stuff. 50-second penalty. It's a brutal call from the judges. And
we saw in the semi-finals Yuri Priskovic taking the course apart. Let's see what he does in a few minutes' time.
Yeah, the judges deemed to say, or said that he didn't go all the way around that pole properly, so only half of his head was under the pole. That means 50, unfortunately.
There's no coming back from 50-second penalty.
No, not at this stage of the game.
See, Seb Combo will be sitting pretty at the finish line right now as these guys just implode. Pushing hard to the finish, 99, or 89, 87, the fastest run we've seen all day.
Was there a possibility that it could come off, or you...
Well, it was marginal. We can't really see from this angle. I'm sure the judges had the best position, but...
an appeal will go in, I guess.
I'm sure an appeal will go in for that. With that time, 87 plus 2, super fast.
We might actually, it's not this gate, it's the next one on the other side of the wave. We might see it. The majority judges will look at it.
Here we go. You know, it's hard to see from that angle. It does look like he actually gets the gate all right, but as the sport progresses, we see more and more people going for these manoeuvres. The judge is the best position. There's 3 judges per gate, so they know what they're talking about.
Let's leave it in the hands of the judges. As Owen Mann said, it's Smoking Smolin going next. Michael Smolin, Polish origins, representing USA.
This guy's a very good guy. He's super chill. See him around the start line and stuff, always smiling, very relaxed. His first World Championship final, I think, and he'll be looking to throw down. He already won his Olympic spot at the Pan American Championships earlier this year, so he's only racing for the World Championship title now.
He's already a world champion last year in the under-23s in Penrith.
Looking good at the top so far. You see his style, he sits back a little bit and just keeps the boat dry, which seems to work really well on the London course because there's so many stoppers that want to slow you down and throw you offline.
Well, look at that, 4 seconds, 3.5 seconds up.
Went for the sweep there. I mean, there's a bit of movement in the pole, but whether that was just a bit of a water splash, I don't know. Seems that it's clean.
Staying off the pole so far, nice and smooth. Nice. In and out of that gate, round the pole.
He's working hard over to 14. He was a little bit late on the turn there in 13. A lot of work to go to 14.
Long straight section through the middle. They keep the boat dry.
Well up though. Look at that, nearly 5 seconds up.
Go Smolin. He is smoking right now, isn't he? He's on fire. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect line through there.
Oh, look at that.
A little bit of
hit
ollie
from
off
the bollard.
Yeah. Popped a bit of air. Looking forward to this. Just a few more gates to go.
Just down below us now. This is the crucial section. How's he going to take it on?
Oh, perfect. Looking good.
Wow, this is a serious contender. Keep
This
it
is
straight.
a run, isn't it?
Well, it's going to be very
Come on,
close.
Smolin, push it. 89, 90,
It's not going to be close.
91.
We're in by
92,
6
first
seconds.
place. And he's stoked.
And he's look at that.
Combo off the top seat, and now we've got the young American in there, second American we've seen in the finals today, with Casey racing the C1, finishing in 4th place.
I think the excitement's going to build as we go through. It looks like we have an Olympic champion coming up next.
Daniel Momenti, the raging bull. This guy knows the course well. We saw in 2012, he just came here, got his gold medal and went home.
And is a showman, loves the big occasion.
Don't think we've seen Momenti on the podium for a few years. He's got a winery down in Italy, so that takes a bit of his time.
He's got a few projects going on.
Just missed coming in 4th in it was a world ranking earlier this year in Tatcham. Let's see how he goes.
He's coached by Pierpaolo Ferrazzi, the 1992 Olympic champion.
Who still looks incredibly lean and fit.
I think he still goes and does the physical sessions with Momenti, in fact, on the flat water.
Well, look at
Gate
his,
7,
he's
but
2
he's,
seconds off.
without that he'd be 2 seconds up, so. He's pedaling well this season, Momenti, as he's making his comeback after having a season or so off after the London Olympics.
And a child and a marriage, marriage, yes. Both.
Marriage and a baby, yeah, so that's taking up a bit of his time. Very physical paddler. You see he's built like a bull. Very strong.
Well, he's fallen well off there. He's nearly 4 seconds back. I suppose he can still go for a medal.
See the run just slipping away from him, but he never gives up. He just keeps going.
Nipped into 18 there. Good save from what was a very wide line. Quickly done. He's just going to power it here.
There he
Pushing
goes.
for the tight line. That's a time saver.
Very tight line. It's going to have a hard work to 22, but he's got
2
it.
seconds.
98 is 3rd place.
He's going to slot into 2nd place, 3rd place, 94.41.
Doesn't hide much of his feelings at the end. When he's happy, the whole world lights up. When he's not,
Just
the
had
whole
his
world
50
dumps.
taking that off, so he's gone into 1st place.
Oh, Matthias, yeah, there we go.
Wow, that's big news.
Big news.
As we mentioned, we're seeing in the slow motion, Mike Dawson said it looked like wasn't a 50 to him. Mateusz Polacek had his 50 seconds taken off. He's now taken over and is in first place, followed by Michael Smolan and Daniel Momenti.
We also see there's a protest in for Seb Combo, so they must be looking at something. What happens is if there's a touch awarded or a penalty awarded, it will go to the video judge, and then teams can inquire on those protests. So when you see that little asterisk up, it just means that they're having a second look at those penalties. So these results are unofficial and can change.
Andrea Romeo last peaked a couple of years ago in Thatcher, and everyone says he's fast and if he can put it together.
Yeah, he's fast, he's capable of really quick runs, and he loves this course.
Second of the Italians to go.
Following his teammate Daniel Momenti down the course. Romeo's really solid. You see, he just picks his line and picks his way down the course. Looks good. Nice to watch.
And what we're seeing in this final, we're seeing 5 or 6 different styles.
Yeah, you see a lot of different stuff, just depending on the paddler. Like Combo is a really small, light guy. And then you got someone like Momenti who really puts a lot of power on the blade.
Oh, 2 second penalty.
Just lifted the nose a little bit too much in the back of 11. Maybe lost his eye on the gate.
Still see that third place is 94, so if he keeps his run together with his semi-final time, he will still go into third place. Mateus is an incredibly fast split time, so 6 seconds down on that.
He needs to put those little mistakes behind him and just hold it together for the rest of the run now. So the last bit to test him. See how it goes.
It's so tricky, that gate 20 is so far down the eddy, you've got to tell yourself to climb up to that hole to get across and run this direct.
But that's impressive.
It's a nice line.
So 94.4. No, he's going to be out of the medals.
Time just ticking away. He's on the wrong side of the clock, slotting into 4th place.
If it stops like this, where it'd be Polacek, Smolan, Momenti, but methinks not. We have Olympic champion, world champion, European champion, and flyer Tonka to come.
Well, we've got Alexander Grimm starting next. This guy won the 2008 Olympics. I raced with him as a junior, actually. He won my junior worlds. He was a machine that year.
But was he always rather large?
Yeah, I remember we were doing comparison of our biceps with him, and he was a bit bigger than us, for sure. But he's been on form this season. He's got back into the German team in the last couple of years, and then he's starting just ticking away, and now we see him in the final. The only German in the final, actually, which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, Sebastian Schubert, he actually was one of the first to go, and he messed it up, and then Hans Egner couldn't do it either. There he goes.
Go, Grimm. Strong guy, Grimm, big boy.
He's using that back flow at gate 3, going very around the gate. Using the back flow to get up with some speed.
See the gates moving there. I think there might be a little bit of wind on the top of the course.
If you look at the flags, they're going a little bit more powerful than before. From as you look down the course from right to left. But it's up there. Look at that. Crucially, it's 1/10 of a second up.
It's hard to tell with the gates moving whether he's just touching them or if he's clean, but it looks pretty clean so far. Nice start. Nice cross there, keeping high and dry, carrying speed into gate 12, which you'll need to use to get out of the... Oh, a little edge, but still fast. Pushing hard through the middle section.
Timing. Be good on being big and strong.
Yeah, it's the timing of the strokes is so crucial there to keep the boat moving.
We have a race on our hands. Alexander Grimm from Germany is putting down a performance that he's going to remember.
Pushing hard down into the bottom drop. We've got that tricky up left followed by a hard cross coming up. But it's something Grimm is very good at. Big boat. Nice cross. Push to the finish.
Got a little bit held up in the back of the drop there.
Well, 89's not going to happen, but bronze medalist 94.41.
He's going to slot into 3rd place. 93.03.
Knocks Momenti off the podium.
So we see Mateus in there, Smolan in 2nd place. Awesome to see the American lads still on the medals, and Grimm in 3rd place.
Peter Kauser.
I think Peter Kauser's got something to prove here today.
Explain why.
after the London Games, he was pretty devastated, I'm sure. And
wasn't he leading after his semi?
He won the semi-final, and I think he had the fastest run of the day in the semi-final, but didn't manage to get it together in the final. So I'm pretty excited to see what Cowser can do. Super talented paddler, and one of the best. He's definitely a legend in our sport.
His father will be coaching him.
His old man's cruising around, I'm sure, keeping him calm.
Here he goes, another Red Bull athlete.
So we see Cowser. Cowser's one that runs the lines, keeps his boat moving, good strokes, incredibly powerful and incredibly light. His daughter and his wife are here this weekend cheering him on. We had the fastest run time in the semi-final and a very good top.
He needs to go slightly faster there because I think Polacek was about a second faster, isn't he?
No, there we go. Cowser's 1 second under that split.
Where he's won in the last second. He won the World Cup rankings this season, so he's certainly on the up.
Last year we saw him have a drama around where gate 11 is and take a dislocated shoulder, so he's out for a lot of the season. And now he's back on good form. Very tight line. Pulls it off though.
Going quite hard to 14 though. He's a very clinical paddler, so he never looks like he's panicking.
I'm sure he's pulling hard. Coming into 16, this will be interesting. Split. Oh, 0.17.
He's given a little bit back.
So Mateus pinned that upstream.
Oh, he's wide, really wide.
No, nice.
Interesting angle.
It's hard there. You never quite know if they're going to make it back to that gate.
It's well done. He's coming out
It's
very
coming down
tight.
to exactly the same
Very
as
tight.
before. Accelerates the boat out. 89, not going to make it. Saying the same thing every time, but now the third place is 93. Well, disappointed.
Oh, there we go. A bit of disappointment and emotion at the finish line, but wasn't a bad run. It was really nice. Looked really smooth. A couple of small mistakes out there, but
Yeah, there's a few little glitches in there, like going into gate 16. In fact, he was a bit tight in there, and then 17, 18 is a little bit wide in the stopper.
so up next we've got Yuri Preskevitz.
Well, it was wonderful to watch the speed he went down in his last run. Let's see if he can replicate, and he's always on record as saying, when I get to this level, I don't leave anything out there.
Yeah, he's an exciting paddler. He's definitely going to be attacking those poles, and I think Yuri's got a good chance of taking this home. He's got it in his head that he wants this title.
Europeans are no problem for him. In 2013, he was silver medalist in the Worlds in his home course. Polacek has a medal. Two competitors to go, and they're both from the Czech Republic.
He took gate 3 very tight late, got the bows in above and just got his neck around it.
So changing boats is not a problem for him.
He changed to this Vader boat from the Sting, the Salto. Man, he just crushed that upstream. There we go. 0.25. You see a very different style from Peter Cowser.
Super tight into gate 11. Holding it. It's going to be tight here.
And I tell you what, from home, these poles are not high, so he's been very precise at getting under them. Coming through the middle section, keeping that boat dry. Big jumps, pushing hard all the way down. Coming to 16, I think we're going to see something epic here.
Well, look at that. He's taken back a second.
20 years ago, the world champs were in Nottingham in Great Britain, and his dad had a medal there. He'll be wanting to do one better than his dad.
Just clipped the bollard after gate 17, 18.
Well, huge cheer from everyone. The impartials and the partials. Whoa, look at that.
Huge.
This is awesome.
Hold on, it's going to be close. As you can see, 89 is the target. It's going to be very close. I think he's going to make it. Hey!
What a run. What a run.
A Czech is going to win the gold medal.
And we've just got his training buddy, Andre Tunka. You see Yuri just going crazy down there. He's stoked. His dad won a medal, I think he said, in 1995.
Yep, indeed.
Who's also his coach. That pushes Cowser off. Schmolen into third. and Matthias in the second. But Yuri, mate, what a run. He attacked that, left nothing out there.
Well done. His attitude's a bit like yours. I think he's always smiling, always happy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He is. His whole family's super nice. In fact, a lot of the Czech guys are really relaxed and chill and enjoy paddling and traveling around and following the circuit.
Well, tell us about Andre Tunka, because there's Vavra and there's Priskovic who have all the headlines, but Tunka seems to have sneaked under the radar this year.
He's the dark horse for sure, and he's had a great season so far. Picked up a few medals, made the team. Once you make the Czech team, it means you can pretty much do anything. Trains with Yuri as well. Ooh, tight on the exit there.
Tight as well. I guess he'll have heard what Yuri's done, and he knows he has to do something special. And
well, that takes away all the excitement. Let's hope to see it again, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Tonka's had a great season, and you just see he pushed for the line. He wasn't going to leave anything out there. A really talented paddler, someone I love to watch. He trains in Prague. He's always out there every day, just attacking the course.
Question is, will he know he's got a 50?
I think he probably won't. I mean, he'll know that it's tight. I guess these things can always change. There could be a change from the video judging.
Maybe the fact that there's no noise anymore, that might give something away.
Yeah, he was a little bit down actually in the split anyway, time-wise, even if he doesn't have the 50. He lost a little bit of time in the upstream gate 8 as well.
That's weird though, after all the noise for everyone else and suddenly everyone's quiet.
There he goes, 2 seconds down without that 50-second penalty, so he's still in contention for,
He's not.
Huge carnage in the big hole in the middle.
Yuri Priskovic is going to be the world champion, European champion, world champion.
Yeah, Andre just needs to finish this run off now.
So Yuri Priskovic won the European Under-23 World Championship this year.
Yeah.
Won the Euro Under-23 European Championships and won the Senior World Champs. So
well done.
What a season for Yuri.
The racing individually comes to a conclusion, and even if the 50 would come off, it would not affect the first 5-6 places.
What a podium. We've got Schmolen in there in second place and third place with Matthias sitting in second.
Wow, and missing out the medals are Kauser, Grimm, Malmenti in that order.
Carl's missing out by just 0.7. Grimm right in there. What a final.
Well, I'm afraid we had no Brits, but we had plenty of excitement.
That was very exciting. There was also a few mistakes early doors at the start, but it all started tightening up later on in the field.
Wonder what Yuri's doing now. Is he hugging or talking? Let me see.
He's currently getting interviewed, I think, on the big
Andy
screen
Maddox
for
giving
the
him a
crowd.
quick interview. There he
He's
goes.
in the water. There we go.
Well
I'd
done.
say this is one of the good moments of his life right now.
22
Big
years
smile.
old.
Yeah.
There's the other winners of the weekend. Well, they're all winners to have to actually turn up at this event, get to this event. There's the crowd, really good crowd, but it's not finished yet. We have another couple of hours of team events, which Mike, you going the teams?
Yep,
You're
we're
about-
gonna
you're
shoot
third
off
aren't you?
right now to have a team meeting where we're going to walk the course and plan for
Please,
Team New Zealand.
Fiona, you can stay with me a couple of minutes if that's okay.
Yep.
Mike, do you want to run now? No, he's cool.
I'm cool. We got time.
Well, that was...
I think the teams is going to be exciting. Maybe you can run us through your teams run yesterday. How did that go?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a hard course obviously individually, and then you add some team racing into it. So 2 drops, the upstreams and the drops, the up lefts, they're hard because you don't know where that person is behind you coming down. So I was the first boat down, and I didn't know where Kim was coming down, and so yeah, it's hard. And certainly the cross there at the top drop is also something you have to think about with the crossing over with the 3 boats.
Well, what's going to happen now, there's going to be a slight break, and as soon as we have the organisation in place, we're going to actually have the presentation of the ceremony. So the way it works is you have some very smart people walk around, a couple of dignitaries, hand over medals, and then there's a national anthem. So that's some moments to remember. 20 photographers are lining up to take and capture this moment. It does mean that we haven't had any selfies, but there again, when we have the teams, when there's 18 athletes, or 17 in the case of yesterday with the Frenches, perhaps it's better to leave the photograph to someone else.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty special day for those guys, all going up on the podium to collect their medals. But all had great seasons, a lot of travelling, a lot of training, and to come away with those medals. Matthias Schmolen and Yuri, what a day.
Mike, you tend to go in a different direction around the world every week. What's your plans next couple of weeks?
Cruise around the world. No, I'm off to Austria, actually.
Let me just cut you off. It's the confirmation of the result. It's the Czech Republic who take gold, Jure Priskovic. Poland take the silver with Mateusz Polacek. USA take the bronze. So truly international field with Michael Smolen. And the legends, Kauser, Grimmel, Menti take up the next place with Tonka Romeo Combo. And Ogakak taking the 10th place. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, where are you going, Mike?
Oh no, that top 3 podium right there is pretty cool. We got a non-European, we got an American on there for the first time in a long time in the men's kayak. So pretty exciting stuff. Shows that sport's going global.
Well, last year we had an American on the C1, well, sort of American.
Oh, true. Fabien Lefebvre in the C1. Got to get up to date with these results. See the podium just getting ready for the athletes. They'll be going through boat scrutineering right now, getting their boats checked and make sure they're on weight and the helmets and life jackets floating.
The weather's been fantastic this weekend. I was a bit worried in the middle of the week when the rain was hammering it down as to how it would be for the weekend, but it's come out good, and it's great to see all the locals out supporting.
Has it affected you, the fact that they've changed round the schedule?
Certainly we had to address it a little differently, my approach. Often I'll spend the day before my race watching the K1 men do it and see how they do the course, learn from them, and this time I had to watch the demos far more closely than I usually would. In fact, sometimes I don't actually watch the demos. And then, I actually watched quite a few of the ladies before me, like paddling, and learned from them. And
I suppose that's the advantage of going and having a really good first one, so you're actually one of the last to go in the other.
Yeah, I came 5th in qualifying, so it meant I could watch quite a lot of the semi-final before me.
Don't fall over. Sure, that's Coca-Cola.
Had a few too many Coca-Colas.
Some of the athletes walking down the course.
It's been pretty amazing how many people have turned out today. I can see a few thousand at least lining the banks here of the Lee Valley Whitewater course.
As a day out, if someone thought, well, let's just pop down and see what Canoe's all about, they're going to go home and buzzing, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's a huge atmosphere. It's awesome to see a lot of local support from London. We saw that at the Olympics as well. A lot of people got in behind the sport. And
yeah, there's been quite a lot of coverage about it in the weeks coming up to the race, online, in the media, and yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm in the town doing various things and people actually don't even know about this whitewater course being here, which is completely shocking. But
you're in a little bubble, aren't you, really?
Yeah. But like from this event, there's been far more going on and everyone knows about it now, coming out today.
Well, it's amazing. There's Etienne Stock just in the background with his, he's had a good weekend as well. Here's the ceremony for, it's going to be the C1, and the Brits have something to cheer about.
Yeah, this is what they've been waiting for.
Dave, Denny and Ryan topping the podium. It's what the crowd needed, a British home medal.
Yeah, Ryan's improved massively over the last few years.
Well, look at those two. Albert Woods on your left and John Anderson on your right. I believe they both have MBEs now.
Yes, that's right.
And so Albert is the president of the British Canoe Federation, is he? He's the chairman of the European Federation, been in the game about 50 years. And John Anderson, I think he must be one of the longest serving national directors.
Yeah, he's our...
Ryan Wesley stands up, takes the bronze medal.
His very new nephew has come to watch him race today, so what a good
just
good
below
race
us,
to
he's just
see
a few weeks old, isn't he?
Yep, that's right.
Well, there's no kissing with the Brits, it's hands out. Congratulations.
Handshakes.
That's his first major World Championship medal. I guess that's going to be
I think it's his first international medal, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed, that's at senior level, that is, he's
Benny Sajek, who won the silver, nearly the gold last year, missed out the goal by 0.04 of a second, but I think he'll see it as a win as opposed to a loss.
Still a big smile on Benny's face. He'll be rapt to be up there. Talented paddler.
With such a depth of field, with 3 Slovaks in the field, you must be delighted to be up there.
Yeah, it is a surprise not to see any of the Slovaks on the podium, but it just shows the caliber of that final.
Well, he's the poster boy. He shrugged off the disappointment of the C2. David Florence is going to be crowned world champion C1 2015.
He was disappointed after that C2 yesterday, but he's remained calm and gone through his usual process with his coach Mark Delaney and just the goods today.
So by winning, he hasn't actually wrapped up anything in the UK trials, and by losing, he hasn't gained anything either in the C2.
Indeed not.
David Florence, 2015 world champion. Well, it's not quite the London Olympics, but there's a very, very healthy crowd here.
It's a huge crowd, huge atmosphere. I bet you they're all really happy they came down to watch Dave just absolutely rip the field apart in that final. Put Dave in a good headspace before the Rio Games next year.
I think one of the good things about this course is that there's plenty of room for everyone to come, whereas Sao is very friendly. This is so much bigger, so many more people can come in and walk around.
Yeah, it's amazing the legacy of this course. They built it in 2011. Still a lot of people come down here every day to go rafting, kayaking. Make sure you get online and check it out because it's an amazing venue and huge asset for London.
And just in between times, how's the course developing in New Zealand?
The course in New Zealand is coming along. It's really exciting for everyone, the local kids, the sport, the residents of Auckland. So that's going to be up and running early next year. So check it out online. It's yeah, we're really stoked. We're actually super excited about it.
That's good. A lot of new countries are having new courses. I gather there's plans all over the place for courses springing out.
Yeah, we see the Rio course is just about completed ahead of the test event there in November.
Are you guys going across that?
It's quite a mission to get there from New Zealand. It's a long way around the world, but yeah, I think we'll all be there. I'm sure the Brits will be there.
I'll tell you after selection.
So if you might to go to the Rio Games, your country has a place. You just have to fight off the young guns.
Yeah, we've got some good young guns in New Zealand coming up, so we're going to have a tough selection as well on some little courses in New Zealand, I'm sure. And
where's that going? When is that going to be?
It'll be in January, so relatively early, just after the Brit one actually. See Luca and Campbell walking down through the crowd there. Luca finished up 11th place, so she also got a spot for the girls for New Zealand.
Good stuff. There you go, a few photographs with Debbie Florence, Ryan Wesley.
Ryan doesn't look too pleased, but he definitely is. I think he's just a little bit stunned, to be fair.
Probably one of those things that when you're in the middle of the world's best paddlers, and as soon as you get home and you're sitting at home with your cup of tea by yourself, or just with your parents, you think, wow. Suddenly sinks in.
I mean, it's awesome to see Ryan step it up. You know, he's one of the guys you see out on the water, and he just goes for it and looks really nice. So see him deliver it on the world stage. Deserved, definitely deserves it.
Well, who we got coming in front of us? It is the C1 women. There was only going to be one winner.
just Jess did a wonderful run there at the end, just to pull in her third World Championship in C1.
So team leader of Australia, and Helen Brownlee, who is a member of the ICF board.
Natasha
there.
Team leader Natasha from Australia.
New Emily Mubler jumps into the air and is a bronze medal winner at the 2015, as you can see, World Championships.
Big smile, grinning from ear to ear, ripping Spain. I'm sure Spain's going to be delighted after not being on the podium yesterday in the women's competition.
Bit of a surprise that, because Mylin dominated
Whole season.
Semis. Yeah, exactly. Silver medal, Katerina Hoskova, way up she comes.
Waving to everybody, Czech Republic, ripped up there. Awesome to see.
I guess she'll go back into the clubhouse in a couple of days and probably medal in her pocket, not say anything.
Yeah, she'll be very calm and collected about that. Be down there coaching the kids on Tuesday, I'm sure.
And Priskovic as well. It's not a bad day for the club, is it?
And Czech Republic as a whole had a great World Championship so far, and we've still got the teams coming.
Wow.
But Hoskova, what a day.
Well, the world champion for 2015 is the triple world champion. It's Jess Fox for Australia. We're genuinely delighted. There's Ros Lawrence, who's forcibly disappointed but whistling away.
It's great to see Oceania represented on top of the podium there.
Yeah, Jess was always going to have it quite hard against the local favourites of all three, in fact, Mallory, Kim and Ailey. And
I felt for Kim afterwards because it looked like there's a bit of disappointment there. National anthem Australia. Jessica Fox takes the World Championship. She is the C1 World Champion for 2015.
Let's hope we don't hear that Australian anthem at the Rugby World Cup in 6 weeks' time, hey?
I don't think they even bothered to take it out. We have to get the Japanese one out just in case.
I was going to say.
Well, Japan's had a great weekend. Paddlers doing well, and also their players against South Africa.
We'll see how they do against Scotland next week. So.
I feel sorry for Scotland.
So the C1 women heading off to get some photos taken together, waving to the crowd.
It actually really works out well that they can. No one's going to be tempted to jump in across the water with their health and safety.
So many security guards around keeping us away from the riverbank.
So far, all I have you for the rugby is in Pool B. Samoa beat United States 25-16.
We've got the opening match for the All Blacks tonight against Argentina and Twickenham. So we might not be at the after event ceremonies. We'll be bunked down in a pub watching that for sure.
Yeah, so Sunday in Group A we had Wales beat Uruguay 21-9. Samoa have just taken on United States, beat them 25-16, and New Zealand have been beaten by Argentina 16:45. That's the time it's starting. That would be lovely.
Yeah. Shock. See Jess on the big screen, looking a bit confused.
She is a show person, isn't she?
She doesn't know where she's allowed to go.
Born into the role.
Yeah, she spent her life growing up around races from when she was a baby. She's been at races, so she knows how it goes.
But she did say she rebelled against it when she was younger and was a good swimmer and was a good gymnast. But didn't she hurt herself as a gymnast? And they said, have a go, Jess. And then the interesting thing I see about her is last year in the sprint canoe, she came third in the K1 200 metres in Australia. And that's because she just ran out of steam at the end. So it's amazing there. The two worlds, sprint and slalom, obviously differently. But you Mike, Lisa Carrington is a major winner in sprint, and you share Daniel Walker.
Oh yeah, we work a little bit together as well, which is cool. Yeah, but Lisa had an amazing season this year. She's undefeated in both the 500 and the 200.
Well, let's concentrate on the slalom now. It is the medal ceremony for the men's K1.
Big smiles out there, mate. Matthias, I think he had a silver medal in 2013 in Prague, was it?
Yeah, he's had two. No, he took it 2013. He was bronze, and Priskovich was silver. Well, there's Mr. Stange on the left-hand side, IOC representative. I was here in 2012 when he won, and it's his last major race, triple Olympic champion.
And we've got the Czech Pollet there. Yeah. Mr. Pollet. Tony Estonge, this guy knows how it's done.
Well, there's a hairstyle, and it's Michael Smolan. We've all asked him why, and he wouldn't come up with an explanation.
I think it just happened. Such a good day for American canoeing right now. Michael Smolan taking the bronze medal. Great run. He's been on form the whole weekend. Third place in the qualifier, 7th in the semi, and then third in the final.
Well done. Second is, well, he was a bit nervous because he had 50-second penalty taken off. It's Matej Polacek for the Polish. Well, the Poles had 3 finalists in the C2, didn't manage to come through, did well in the K1 women as well. Tony Stange steps up to give him his 3rd World Championship medal, and he's going to have bigger ambitions going forward, I reckon.
He's going to be hungry next year with the 4th place last time round. And then next up is our champion,
The
Yuri Priskovich.
happiest guy in the circuit at the moment.
Yeah.
But he is coming through, isn't he? If you look at his results the last 2 or 3 years, he's very rarely either haven't won it or finishes out of the top 10. That's right.
The Czech selection will be very interesting next year. I'm not sure how they're doing it exactly, whether they're using World Cup races. But
It's going to be the same as, oh, here we go, Yuri jumping on the podium.
Yuri Priskovich is the world champion.
What a day for Czech canoeing. If you count back over the last few major championships, the Czechs seem to always have someone on the podium. Yuri, Barbara, whoever, but they're doing super well.
yeah, no French on the podium today.
No, last year at Deep Creek they tended to, well, they did dominate, didn't they? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, this year everyone's stepped up.
But Mathieu Biazizu had a almost there, wasn't he, when he rolled on the last gate. Well, Yuri Priskovich takes gold. 22 years old.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the Czech Republic.
Yuri Priskovic, top of the world champion. Well, we're having a little break for about 40 minutes. And then we have the team event, and that is organised chaos when 3 boats at a time go from the top to the bottom as quickly as they can. Would you describe it any differently, Mike?
No, I got nothing on that. Hopefully it's not going to be organised chaos. Hopefully we're going to be smooth and clean and no one's going to harpoon our boats and we're not going to sink, but should be a good race.
Well, clearly we would like it to be as safe as possible. Look out for the action. I'd like to thank all the guests on here today. Mike Dawson, Fiona Penny, thanks for taking your time to inform us, amuse us on the activities, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, thanks.
They keep us informed. You can Facebook, you can tweet, and clearly with the images, if you're watching them live, they'll be on YouTube soon. You can see them for forever and ever. We'll see you soon. Thank you.